As we have discussed, one of the principles of design is repetition. And when you're dealing with text in a document, especially if it's multiple page document, repeating your font sizes, colors, styles is crucial to help the reader throughout the document. So if you have a 16-page newsletter, your headline should be similar, your body copy should be similar, your captions should be similar, page numbers, all that stuff. Well, how do you keep track of your point size, your font face, your color scheme, your leading, your kerning throughout the document? Well, the answer is with paragraph style sheets. So paragraph styles are ways you format your text, you create a paragraph style, and then later on the document you can click on any kind of text, click on that paragraph style, and it will assign your original attributes to that new text. So I want to show you an example. I have two articles here. I want to act like this was just given to us and I'm supposed to lay this out. Well, one of the first things I want to do is, this would be the headline here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to format it with the style that I would for my project. So let's just say we'll do Proxima Nova bold. I'm going to go up on point size. I'm going to go down on leading. I want to make sure hyphenation is turned off. I never have hyphenation done on when I'm dealing with headlines. In fact, I rarely use hyphenation. And that's going to be the headline type that I want. So the paragraph style looks like this. It's this little icon here. And again, if you ever have a palette over here that you can't find, go to Windows and you can turn them all back on. And in this case, it would be Style, Paragraph Styles. But if I click on Paragraph Styles, right now I just have a default. The way to create a style is, you, like I said, you format your text. You go under New Paragraph Style, and you name it, and we'll call it Headline. In fact, I'm going to call it Headline 1 because I might have multiple sizes later on. And I'm going to say based on no paragraph style. And if you notice, right here it says Proxima Nova bold, size 18 point, 19 point leading. That's exactly what I have right here. It remembered all that, and it says no hyphenation. And then I'm going to say apply style to selection. And when I say OK, not only is it going to take this information, but it's going to apply this headline 1 to it. Okay? Now this is going to be my body copy. This and go on down as well. So here I want to, I'll keep it Minion Pro, but I'm probably going to make it 11 on 14. Again, I do not like hyphenation, so I always turn that off. And then this is where I have to decide, do I want my text to indent the first line? If so, I click right here on first line indent. That's one option. I need to differentiate this paragraph from that paragraph. Or if I don't want to do that, I can do space after. That's right here. And what it does is it creates a space every time there's a hard return, like you would have at the end of a paragraph. It will create a return. That's going to be the one I'm going to use. So right here, I'm going to say P7, which is 7 points, which is half of what my leading is. My leading was 14-point leading, so this would be 7 point. So in other words, it's space and a half, like you used to do on old typewriters. So this right here is Minion Pro regular, 11 on 14, with no hyphenation. And then it also has 7 points. Every time I hit a return, it's going to do 7 points worth of type. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to say New Paragraph Style. I'm going to call it Body Copy. I'm going to say Apply Style to Selection. And now I have my body copy. So in theory, I should be able to select all the rest of this type and click on Body Copy. And see how it formatted everything. So everything looks fine, although right here it looks like I have some bulleted text. Bulleted text is a little bit different. I need to do a hanging indent. And they're a little tricky, but once you understand how it works, they're very easy to do. All I need to do is I need to indent everything over to the left. So I'm indenting everything 0.1875 inches. The one below this is first line indent. This is what we used when we were thinking about doing a first line indent up here in the beginning of every paragraph. Well, you can use the first line indent as a negative and go backwards however much you indented your entire paragraph, and you'll see what happens is it creates this cool hanging indent. So I'm going to select this type. I will go up here and I'm going to call it bullets. Alright, looks like I have an extra return here that I don't need anymore. This is a new story, beginning a new story. So I'll click on this. I should, and notice I don't even have to, because these are paragraph styles, I don't even have to select all the type. I can just select one word. And then when I click on it, it assigns headline 1 to that. This was already assigned body copy. But if I'm not mistaken, there's some more bullets of text up here. So I should be able to select this, click on bullets, and it falls into place. Now, one of the neat things about paragraph style sheets is I have this assigned now. But let's say I decide I don't like the spacing that I have underneath my headlines. It's too tight because I have the spacing here between paragraphs. Right here it's not enough. So what I need to do is I could go here and I could add space to it underneath it. That looks great. The only problem is now I have a plus right here. I don't want a plus, because what the plus means is I made a change to this type, so it is no longer exactly what the style sheet says it should be. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to click on clear overrides. It gets rid of the plus, but at the same time it got rid of my space. Instead, I'm going to double click on my style sheet here. And you'll notice I have all these choices. As I go through, it's kept track of everything I've done. And I'm going to go to spacing, and just like I had up here, I have the same things here, and I'm going to do space after and add 1/8 of an inch. I look over here, it's previewed so I can see what it is. I like it, I'm going to say OK. Look, there's no plus here anymore because I actually went into the style and manipulated it. And if I go to the second story, it did the same thing as there as well. Let's say I wanted to change the color. I can just open that headline 1, change the color, and it changes it everywhere I had that style sheet set. It's a great feature. So, very quickly I can create what's starting to become a newsletter by using these paragraph style sheets. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use magenta as my color, but that was just to prove a point. One more thing about style sheets. Let's say I don't have any style sheets at all. And I had done a project a month ago that was completed, and now I want to use the same styles that was in that project on this project. Well, what I can do is I can import style sheets from another Indesign file into this one. Again, if I go to my paragraph styles, I say load paragraph styles, it's going to ask me, where's the Indesign file that has what you want. I just happen to have one right here called Project 1 Text Style Sheets. I want to say open. I want to check all, open, and they've been dropped in here. So now I can use these. There's headline 1, there's headline 2, or there's headline 3. I'm going to select, this is all going to be newspaper body. There's already a bullets set up here. Actually, there's not a bullets in this one, but let's say there was. I would just click on bullets. Let's see, this is the other headline. There's 1, 2, and 3, depending on what size I want. And so these were used in another project. I have now brought them into this project, and I can use the exact same ones. And so I will have two printed pieces that are going to be very consistent because I'm repeating all the font characteristics. So in a nutshell, that's how paragraph style sheets work. There'll be another video that talks about character style sheets.